All right, hi everyone. Thanks for joining Team Pennsylvania as we take on Team Ohio. I'm joined with Joseph Leone and Michael Patnick, and I myself am Josiah Emery, and we're just gonna jump right into it. Can you guys see my screen all right?
I will in a second. Now I can.
Uh,
How do I see it?
Click on the live button.
Oh, here we go. Okay, we're good.
All right. We're USSR. We got China, of course. RA, Olympic, UN, Fidel. We got plenty of ops.
all right. Do you guys want to set up in Austria or Yugoslavia?
Austria.
I like Austria, yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's definitely a socialist headline. I don't really see anything else worth it.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Joe, are you card tracking, or should I be doing that myself?
I can attempt it. Not a problem. Let me go ahead and write these down.
And then, yeah, probably want to coup Italy with nuclear test ban, assuming we don't get defected.
Probably. I mean, let's see. It might be different if they headline Marshall. I don't know.
Good point.
But probably I like cooing Italy because we don't have any access cards at all, and it'd be nice to keep DEFCON higher. And cooing Italy usually keeps DEFCON higher.
Duck and cover's kind of an access card if we coup Malaysia with it.
It is.
All right, well, we don't have special, so I figure West Germany is a good target for the third one.
Yeah, and I think we just nuclear test ban coup Italy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the line. Cross your fingers. Hey!
Oh, nice. I like starting off like that.
Okay, so depending on what they do, I think we have priorities. Like, I'd like to put one in Afghanistan, one in Israel, one in South Korea, and get it a non-battleground in Europe. I'm not sure exactly what order, but
Well,
nice to get to Israel and Afghanistan before, just so when DEFCON drops, we have access to if we have an opportunity to go for those open battlegrounds.
sure. And normally I would like Spain, Portugal, but we could achieve a non-battleground a little more cheaply by eventing Romanian. Save an op there.
Good.
It might mean we end up spacing independent reds, but saving an op in the first turn is pretty good.
Yeah, let's sort of see. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think if they have Europe, they're gonna. I mean, they would have to just score it now. Like, I mean,
Right. Yeah, I mean, they might.
it's only gonna get worse. So if they don't just score now, I think we can sort of assume that we have the whole turn to get that non-battleground.
Right, we could even hypothetically hold Romanian and try to headline it, if assuming they don't drop Europe.
Yeah. Depends on how many ops we want. Like,
European.
okay, so
Duck and cover coup of Malaysia, or
That would be
we could spread first.
So, I mean, like, the thing about duck and cover on Malaysia. So if we don't put an influence in there,
Right, if we roll like a 1 or a 2, it's pretty bad.
then they coup us back, and essentially all of Asia and all of the Middle East is going to be lost. Like, they would just do a one-off coup and to lower DEFCON, and then they start going to Egypt, take the rest of Asia. sort of like there, I don't mind Afghanistan as well. Like,
Just keep them having to think about taking it.
yeah, I mean,
I like the French poke.
so yeah, but so getting an op in Afghanistan means that assuming they don't coup anything back, then we will at any point have the chance later in the turn to coup Pakistan, and they would have to respond. Like, they would have to place Pakistan. They wouldn't have any other option.
Right.
So it is a useful op. I don't know if we need it right now. I don't know if we're going to be planning on coup Pakistan yet. Yeah, maybe. I like Israel, Korea, France. Seems decent.
Personally, I would lean towards the duck and cover coup. Joe, do you have any preference on spreading versus duck and cover
My
coup?
concern right now is they preemptively put one in Lebanon, which means they could be holding the Middle East scoring. And right now they have domination. We do not have presence.
Well, they probably would have headlined Middle East if they had had it in their opening hand.
That was my thought. I mean, I personally think it's better headlining than containment, but it is a risk. I mean, it's not like so cut and dry that nobody would ever do that. Yeah, I mean, going Iraq, Israel, and making a play on the Middle East that makes sense too. I think I like that. I think we should place. I would vote for 2 Iraq, 1 Israel. Thinking about it further.
2 Iraq, 1 Israel. Is that what you like, Joe?
I'm good on that, yes. I just wanted to point it out that it was a possibility. I'm not used to them putting an influence in there on DEFCON 4.
In Lebanon, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so...
I just feel like if we're gonna spread, we should definitely get into South Korea. Because, like, now's a great time for them to event Korean War.
I mean, yeah, you can also place Iraq, Korea. I like the Iraq now more and more. I think we want to get 2 in there at a minimum.
Let's put 2 in Iraq and 1 in South.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
And we are 3 minutes behind them.
Okay. Well, we got a lot of time. It's an hour and a half game.
One thing we have going for us that's really nice that I like about the Italy coup play here is that, I mean, as of right now, they're gonna have to waste ops, like, in order to not lose a ton of points in military ops. Like, they have nothing to coup in any type of an opposition way.
They took themselves out of Israel. That's interesting.
So, I mean, if we can sort of just fill some of the higher stability non-Kubal battlegrounds and just see what they want to do about that, because they can't go into Thailand yet either.
Right.
So, like, basically.
But they might coup Iraq eventually so that they can enter Thailand.
They could, but they would have to actually. So if they coup Iraq, they can then enter Thailand. But they would have to coup like Iraq twice.
Oh, right. Because otherwise we'll coup it next turn. Sure. Okay. Well, as far as higher stability non-battlegrounds, the only one that's left to us are Israel and South Korea.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think taking Israel is great, but like,
No.
just getting into Israel. So if coups start happening, then like we have access to Egypt and not. So I mean, 1 Israel, 1 Korea. Keep filling Korea a little bit.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah.
We could use in this plan, we could use UN intervention on deck, just to make if we wanted to, we could hold UN intervention. I don't think we want to. I mean, we're getting to a point where cooing Malaysia could make sense. We're setting up well enough that, like, with the depth count up to 3, we're actually starting to look pretty decent. But there's a few options with that. I don't think we want to send Duck to space at this point. I think we're either going to coup Malaysia or UN it.
Oh yeah, I'd much rather have the ops, yeah, than the space.
I think yeah.
But I do like thinking about, like, assuming that they, just like fill India, takes Portugal or something like that. I like the idea of doing the duck and cover coup next.
So they do. I think we Fidel into Korea here. They have Asia Dom.
Right.
So we don't want to let them fire that off so
No,
easily.
that's what I was thinking too.
Good job. What did you play? Oh, you played Fidel to do that?
Yeah, just to even up Asia. Seems like the only way that we can really do it. And they're going to have to get their mill ops eventually. Yeah, it's interesting. I felt like duck and cover coup of Malaysia was something that we needed to do right away, but the DEFCON, we're sitting in the exact same formation in Southeast Asia than we have, since Action Round 1.
There is a way of removing their opportunity to get mill ops, and that would be through the duck and cover coup of Pakistan.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. Interesting.
It would, but we would actually lose a net up for that, because even though we would drain it for 200 mill ops, we would take 3 from duck. Or lose a VP, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't really like the idea of coupping Egypt. They just played independent red, so eventing Romanian feels better than before.
Yeah, and we're dominated in the Middle East.
But yeah, domination in the Middle East is only worth 2 points.
And we got presence. That's the important part.
But
They could try to poke us at the end of the turn.
the problem, I guess we didn't think this through totally. Like, duck and cover in Malaysia now, we actually can't follow it up. We can't fill Thailand even if we get it. They could just put an op in there, and then we can only put 1 in Thailand following that. So I don't know if that's the...
Unless we wanted to use the China card.
Yeah.
But that's usually something you want to avoid.
I personally I would probably just UN duck, fill Saudi Arabia, and like the DEFCON's still at 4. They have to get 3 mill ops and do it in a way that is going to be extremely inefficient for them. And they still can't get Thailand in that case because they need to coup again. I guess they could, but they're not going to get it this turn. And then we can event Romanian for last play. But I like just avoiding losing as many. I like to play with VPs, not at board as much. So not losing any VPs from duck and cover, forcing them to.
Is there any reason why we would fill Saudi Arabia before eventing Romanian? Because I feel like eventing Romanian might put some pressure on them to like fill UK and Portugal or something like that.
Well, if they did in fact headline containment over Middle East, like we're gonna lose a domination right now if we do it the other way. And I think we're pretty sure they don't have Europe. Like that would have been done.
Right, but we could convince them that we have Europe. Like, I'm pretty confident they don't have Middle East. Um,
But even if we convince them that we have Europe, they can't fight it. They'll just score Middle East anyways. Like they only have 2 countries.
right. Well, hypothetically speaking, if they were like holding on to a 4-op, they might fill Portugal and UK um, to tie us on country count.
They might.
And that would just be, and I'm pretty confident they don't have Middle East scoring. I feel like Peters and Ian are both players that would jump at an opportunity to headline Middle East, regardless of whether or not they have Nasser.
Let's do it. I mean, I don't think they're going to fill, but if we're pretty sure that they're not going to play Middle East, then
The other thing is that like let's say that next action round that they like coup Iraq successfully, then we might be in a situation where we'd be happier filling Iraq and Syria, you know. So I just feel like we stay flexible by doing Romanian now rather than later.
yeah, let's do that.
And then we just need to draw like defectors and decall. Or Vietnam. I would definitely headline Vietnam regardless of defectors situation.
One thing, I mean, I don't know if it's a good play. It's a interesting play, but depending on what they do, if we play the China card, and if they don't coup here, and we play the China card and placed broken France and broken West Germany, then they would either have to go into next turn, allowing us possible presenceless Dom. Oh, they could. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So where do we think?
Well, I don't want them to eliminate us by poking Iraq. That's why I was thinking Syria for the third op.
I like that.
But we could consider other options.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of places where it would be useful, but not you. Like you would need 2 ups to totally make something. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Of course, it does give him another coup target.
But they have their mill ops.
And they already have a non-battleground in the Middle East, and it's not going to be useful. I mean, like.
Okay, let me double check. What we got? We got 1, 2, 3.
311. Oh, and they're spacing Nasser. I don't like spacing Nasser. I feel like it can set you up for a rough late war. All right, well, I don't want to headline Europe into defectors.
Yeah, so,
Vietnam or Nazis?
Yeah, I kind of like...
I mean, Vietnam has such a much higher upside. And at I mean, if we headline Vietnam, it's not even, like, ridiculous to just place 4 in Thailand with Comic-Con.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like, they're not gonna, unless they roll a 6, I mean, we still have the ops bonus. I don't think they're gonna coup us, and they have nowhere else to coup us anyways, so just not cooing on turn 1 isn't the worst either. Like, what are they gonna do with it?
Okay, so Vietnam, you good with that, Joe?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of events here. We want to get special relationship off early-ish. I don't think it matters that much, but probably want to invent the war on India. Okay. So we don't have any Asia Axis now. You know,
I don't think we want to do anything drastic like China card coup of Pakistan. I think we need to just kind of roll over in Asia.
I mean, like, the 3 things that are
Score Europe,
Interesting.
Nazis.
That or fill Saudi Arabia, but again, I think they would have headlined Middle East if they had it.
Yeah, I think so too. They don't have independent Reds. Taking Portugal and UK wouldn't be that good for them. They might be thinking about eventing Marshall next action round, but we could still score Europe in response. So I don't think we need to score Europe right away.
I like the war. I mean, if we win a war, like, we're gonna want to use it on India, regardless. And if we win it now, before they bill any, what is that, Burma next to it?
Sure. Yeah, I'm down with eventing the war now.
Great. I like that.
All right. Ah, close.
Very close. Okay.
So now probably captured Nazis if they don't do anything in Europe, or if they start making moves in Europe, score Europe. I mean, assume.
I would probably just score Europe. Like, Europe is, you have to do it. Capture Nazis. We could even save till next turn. Like, they already have the first base, so it's not a rush. I would just get Europe out of the way so we have more ability to respond and hold Nazis if we need to.
All right, and then let's see. Yeah, UN's already gone, so probably want to event blockade at some point in this turn in case they have destall.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so
they're threatening Asia Dom.
Asia domination.
I'm not gonna do this. I just want to see what we would need to roll.
Yeah.
We need a 4 or higher.
50% chance.
UN's gone. We've seen Duck already, but we haven't seen 5-year plan or CIA. But with Duck gone already, it's within reason.
Yeah, so 50% chance in getting out of Asia domination.
And it's turn 2 as opposed to turn 1, so it's not like we're giving them the ability to hold decall and destall through or get around blockade.
Yeah, so let's see. How much is Asia Dom for them right now?
It's worth 5.
And then if we coup with the China card and
we roll a 4, that'll
save us 5 victory points. So we're 50%. So it's like 2.5 victory points expected. But then on the other hand, if we lose it, they're going to get 6 victory points. So we're going to lose 1 because they're going to take Thailand before they score. And so that's 2.5. So it's like 2 expected victory points is what the coup of. I think 2 victory points is worth the China card. I think that's about the going rate. I would do it.
Okay. And then let's see. The odds of them filling UK is pretty low.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is exciting. All right, let's do it. Cross your fingers. Hey! All right, we're doing pretty good on the rolls so far. An IP war is in the discard.
Now, for my style of play, the way that I like to play, like Afghanistan, I mean, it's going to protect us from the war by 1/6 of a
1 pip.
die roll.
Yeah, it's a lot for 2 ops.
It is a lot for 2 ops, and like we're never going to get domination.
No, no, they're gonna beat us on country count in Southeast Asia. So getting the no, I agree. I don't like filling.
I think we just say like maybe we overprotect North Korea at some point, but like we can just sort of say we're done spending ops in Asia for a while.
That works for me.
With DEFCON at 3, there's always the realignment of Iran.
Ooh, good catch. That is fun. And then yeah, and if we roll very well, like let's say we use special or something like that. Okay, what do we see in here?
No, he played that for ops, not.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Nazis or Europe?
I kind of like realigning Iran right now. Like before they get into Afghanistan to prevent it, or before coups, like they still haven't got mill ops, so they have to do something, and they don't have a good target. And if we get them out of Iran, they can't just go back in.
We can also maybe as an alt after if we do get lucky in the first one, there's always Lebanon as well.
Oh,
If we get lucky in the first one, I would actually think we should go to South Africa. Like getting them out of there before they crawl out is humongous.
okay. Do you guys want to do that with special?
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Wow,
Oh yeah.
this is going great. Good catch on that realignment, Joe.
No problem. I always look for that for some reason.
That's gonna save us a headache in the Middle East too, I'd say.
Asia gone.
Okay.
They don't have Middle East scoring. They would have scored that at domination.
Yeah, I don't want to enter Iran for that reason, and also because it gives them a coup target. I kind of like Nazis more than Europe.
Really, I mean, we have to do Europe though. Like, there's no option. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like
I just feel like
It doesn't get any better.
I just feel like let's see. I think every single 4-op has been used, right? So there's no way that they deny us from Europe domination in the next action round, but they could space in the next action round.
But I mean, are we gonna go Nazi space to stop them? I don't think we really care about them spacing twice right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
We're not gonna. Yeah, so
Okay.
we're not gonna beat them there this turn, and we can always hold it as a headline. Like it's, we might not draw a good headline next turn, and there's no rush yet.
Yeah, Europe gone. And now the battle for the Middle East.
Because what I'm thinking here, because we have 2 more ARs, we want to event blockade
Mm-hmm.
to sniff out D-stall if they have it. And I think we want to play ComCon to Saudi Arabia, so that next turn they can't score Europe or score Middle East as a domination in the headline.
Sure.
And again, they still have to. They might be able to break that up with an inefficient coup on a 3 stability, but again, they've wasted so many ops. What did they use a 4 op to knock 2 of ours out so far? Coup and a 3 stability. They're going to waste more doing that again.
Just to protect Thailand.
What about
What about
small for Lebanon? Like with the blockade.
Well, that would give them an efficient source of mill ops, but they would be leaving them vulnerable in Thailand. So yeah, that does have some potential. But blockade, as far as the potential of knocking D-stall out of their hand, is very appealing to me.
Okay.
Okay.
So deco into space.
We can't fight them if they want to space again.
So I think we should blockade now rather than waiting for the last AR to kind of maintain some flexibility.
Yeah, they're not gonna forget about it and just space to get points without thinking. I'd say I like blockade now.
When did they get to space one?
Turn one they
Yeah.
space.
Nasser.
Oh, NASA, right. They used containment. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think I must have missed that. That's why I was like so pressed on Nazis. I didn't realize that they had already beaten us to space one.
Maybe they don't have D-stall.
Well, I mean, it doesn't show you their discard until they finish their action round too.
Oh, okay.
So they could just be like messing around with what influence they're gonna place.
Okay, so cards that are still in the deck: CIA, 5-year plan, Formosan, Truman, Middle East, AI War, De Gaulle, D-Stall, K-War, and Cambridge.
That sounds real good.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I mean, we haven't seen any D cards, but we're dominating Europe. We're gonna be looking good in the Middle East, and we're gonna have Asia fought to a tie. I mean, the only thing other than the D cards we really didn't get out of this is the space points first, but can't have everything.
And they filled Japan manually. Yeah. That feels huge, honestly.
It's in the. They filled it with Japan, right? Or no, they use Japan though, so it's in the discard. But yeah, it's manually filled.
Yeah, it was. Oh wow.
Oh, okay. So, but we can go now and fill both of the battlegrounds. Yeah, Iran and Iraq. Perfect.
What did they discard to blockade?
Oh, great question. I didn't see that. Still on turn one. They discarded D-Stall.
Okay. I just didn't catch it, so.
Okay, so we're going to use Comic-Con to tie up Middle East.
I like that. I mean, they can break us in North Korea and have the China card, but I don't.
Well, let's see. I mean, there is a chance that we could 5-year Middle East if we want to prioritize protecting North Korea.
No, I like the idea of tying them.
Oh.
Into it.
Okay, I'm gonna commit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could break us in Asia, but like Middle East is Asia just scored. Middle East has not scored.
Oh my gosh.
That's big.
This is an embarrassment of riches. Yep, that's good. So De Gaulle seems like a good headline.
Okay. So we got NORAD, capture Nazis. Those were carried over. Korea, De Gaulle.
So they have like 5-year Middle East and Truman.
I'm a little slower than you guys.
So for I mean, we could either get really aggressive and and try. I think they're gonna headline Middle East. I don't see what else they would headline. Like, we're not gonna get a domination there. We could try to get aggressive and deny them mill ops by cooing, but then we have to hold CIA. We could also just play
Well, they have
CIA.
5 years.
They have the 5-year plan. We could play CIA on AR1, and if they could plan on using it in North Korea, I'd sort of like headlining to Galt and then just playing CIA because if they have Fidel.
Yeah, I want to get the
Get out of
access.
here.
I want to get the access to Algeria.
Just be aware that they have both independent Reds and Truman.
We saw Independent Reds.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
I missed that one. Okay. Was it played for the event or?
It was used for ops.
Okay.
So yeah, I like the idea of getting rid of CIA here.
You guys still hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just let them act first on CIA.
Yeah, I mean they could just place in North Korea first, but we just place in North Korea and they're gonna lose one of North Korea or France. They're not gonna get them both.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, if they place North Korea, I think we just coup Panama with this thing to deny them their mill ops,
And then they have to.
North Korea and France.
Right. Well, they have Truman, right? So unless we take France outright.
Yeah, which we can do with Japan. I guess. Yeah, but
I almost feel like Algeria is more important than France because we already have the third European battleground.
it's a little less stable, I think, when you don't have France. Like, it's easy to get realigned out of there.
That's true.
It's nice to have them both, but yeah.
But the other thing is that like they don't have South Africa, so I feel like if we get into Algeria, we're at least forcing them to break it, which is kind of ops efficient. Like there might be a little bit extra pressure on getting to Algeria first with. So just fill North Korea.
Yeah, we can't let them take that with China card. Like,
yeah, this seems good.
We invested so few ops in Asia, and we have it to a draw. Like, we want to keep it that way. So we do it. We have Korean War, which I think we're going to event, so we can get our mill ops, and possibly more VPs. And then, yeah, I think that. What do we have in our hand? I'd hate to use our 4 prop, but. Okay, so they took up win Algeria. That's. I'd hate to use our 4 up here. I guess we don't have to go to Algeria anymore. I think we want to get an op in Iran, just because that op is always going to be useful, and it's going to protect from the war if they have it. Like we want Iran anyways. Like, might as well get it in case they're going to use the war later.
Yeah, there aren't too many other places that we can spread to.
No, I mean, like we can overprotect North Korea. I think is worthwhile use. We can start filling Saudi Arabia. We can possibly take Spain, Portugal to protect from brush war.
So yeah, I guess we want to get into Iran if they have IP war. What about eventing Nazis so we at least have a chance at stopping them on double space? Or do you think the threat of IP war is more pressing?
I think the IP war is more pressing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we should probably hold off on Japan and Formosan because they're unknown.
Oh, well, I want to use Formosan because they might use the China card in time, and then that'll get rid of it for sure.
That makes sense. And then the other one, North Korea.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, they're already in North Korea, so eventing the war isn't going to make a difference. Like, succeeding in the war isn't going to make a difference in our need to overprotect it.
Yeah, so I think, what do we have? We have 4 more action rounds. I
Yeah.
think we definitely want to use the war. We definitely want to use the Nazi scientists, and then the other. I don't even know if we want to use Japan this turn because we don't have a great use for the ops. Like just
Mm-hmm.
saving it for when we have a fight might be better. Like we might want to just event space.
Well, this is going to give us something to consider using ops on.
Mhm.
But it is already quite an uphill battle.
Yeah, so I mean, let's see. If say we take Portugal, that gets us to 5. They still have 1, 2, 3, 4.
So they could tie us with a 3-op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, and all the any battlegrounds we're taking or non-battlegrounds we're taking are only going to be to prevent from brush war. I don't think we're going to keep domination.
Would we take Greece and Portugal?
Can't afford it
Or up?
because they evented Marshall. So we'd need 6 ops to do that.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, they probably did it because they have Europe scoring, if I had to guess.
I mean, it's just a good prophylactic. I mean, like, whenever Europe comes, like, this. Like, because if we would have taken Spain, Portugal before they invented Marshall, then they invented Marshall, then we would have used a 3-op and we would have had 6, which would have been a lot worse for them.
Sure.
I think it's a good play regardless of what they're going to do.
So, event captured Nazis or take Israel?
I think Israel can. I mean, Middle East has scored.
Sure.
It's the war's still active. They're not going for it.
Seems like a good time for Nazis.
Victory point's a victory point.
Yeah.
I think we probably want to use Korean War if on AR5, just because we want to let them feel like we're not going to have mill ops for as long as possible to stop them from spreading into non-battlegrounds.
Yeah, we don't want them jumping into
This
Saharan.
is our last AR, so we can't respond. So I think AR5 would be good.
So, Space NORAD probably in the next AR.
If we space NORAD, then they're under pressure to space. Or do they have the 2? They don't have the 2 yet, right?
They're on Space 2, yeah.
Yeah, so if we space NORAD, they're under pressure to get those points, although I don't think we want to space anything else. Okay.
Yeah, that seems like they didn't really put any.
Yeah. Next turn we can event the war, and then we can. Okay. If we don't win the war, we probably throw a point into Korea.
All right, so event the war now.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got our mill-ops.
Yeah, next turn I think we place 1 South Korea just to stop them from breaking it, and maybe Saudi Arabia. I don't know. I don't see anywhere else useful. Perfect.
Let's see. Israel, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I like Saudi Arabia just because of OPEC, and they're not going to go to Israel due to the war.
Yep, this seems
So,
good.
Like 6 ops is so many for them to try to get battleground right now. So just yeah.
So they're still holding Truman.
They have Truman, okay.
All right, well, it's good to see them not entering Saharan there. I really like that. All right, so we got How I Learned UN Intervention, Cuban.
Okay, so grain sales is going to space. Bear trap is going to get UN'd. I think we want to headline liberation theology.
And then probably coup Algeria, right? Well, I guess because we have Central American scoring.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's depends on how risky we want to get. So if we headline it, and let's say we place one in Mexico, one in Guatemala, and one in Cuba, and then we coup Panama and win it.
Mm-hmm.
They have to essentially fix Mexico. They're not going to try to fight us in Cuba with ops because Fidel's still out there. And so then we can actually take domination by filling Cuba in another non-battleground if we win the coup in Panama, which I think is likely. If we place one in each of the battlegrounds and then coup Panama or Mexico, they could just realign us out of both Mexico and Cuba. And I think having the one in Guatemala might be important.
So you're thinking Guatemala, Panama, Cuba?
Or no, Guatemala, Mexico, Cuba.
Oh, okay.
And then, because if we put them there but don't commit it, Guatemala, Mexico, Cuba, can we look at it? So now, if we coup Panama, we win Panama, and we have, again, a presenceless Dom. Realigns aren't great for them in this case, so they essentially have to fix Mexico, in which case we can take Cuba and non-battlegrounds around it, and then we will have a pretty good domination, is my thought. But if we don't put that one in Guatemala, and we put it in Panama instead, whatever of the two we coup, they could just realign Mexico and Cuba, and then we have no way to get domination if they succeed.
Yeah, that seems good to me. You want to coup with U.S. Japan?
I think so. I'd really like to win it, yeah. And also we're so landlocked. We don't have places for ops.
Right. All right, I'm going to send it. Kapow!
Nice.
All right, so we're insulated against Panama Canal returns. They're probably looking forward to using Truman in Romania at some point.
Yeah, but
Are we gonna send grain cells to space, you said?
yeah.
Okay.
I think we're gonna UN bear trap and send grain seals to space. Okay. So now we take Cuba, which is a bit of an ops waste, but if they have Fidel, and then we probably want to Haiti, I guess.
Because of access to Dominica Republic, or?
I guess we want Nicaragua.
Because that way, if they get a monster coup, at least we get some extra Ortega value down the line.
Yeah. But we need one, or else they'll just coup Guatemala, and we won't have domination anymore.
Yeah, this seems good.
Yeah, I like that. So it's at a 4-point domination in Central America because we have Cuba?
Yep.
Okay. Creeping up there on points.
Ouch. Oof. So, do we want to try realigns, or do we just... Yeah, I mean, if we drop Central now, they can spread throughout South America. I kind of like the idea of trying realigns.
Boy, I don't like the idea of where they are, but this type of realign is something I just haven't done. Like I don't really.
Well, it's a -1.
Yeah, the -1 realign. So what are the probabilities? Can we, if you just
So 1 and 4.
remove one, so that's for each roll. These probabilities.
Yeah.
30%. So if we use a 3-up,
We get them out of 1.
so it would be times 0.7 times 0.7. So if we use a 3-up, there's like a 35% chance nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a 65% chance we get them out of at least one of these countries. To get them out of 2 of the countries would be times 3, 27% chance we're going to get them on 2 countries with a 3-op.
So equal odds of doing nothing and getting them out of both.
Yeah. But the other thing, so one reason I don't like doing this is because it's such a waste of ops. But I mean,
We don't have very many uses for our ops.
if we're gonna do it, I think we need 3-op.
Sure.
I think we would start with Chile.
Yeah, absolutely, because they have Panama Canal returned and CRG to get back into these other regions, but there's
I
not...
think we go Chile and Angola because Chile and Angola are both. They're all 3 of those countries are 2 battlegrounds. I'm sorry, Africa's 3 battlegrounds, and South America is preventing control. So I think Chile and Angola would be my choice.
So UN Bear Trap?
It's our only option, really.
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on. Ah. Well, it was a waste of ops, but I feel like we don't have too much else to do with our ops this turn, and it would have been huge to be able to prevent that control. Now we just need to get decall before CRG.
So they're gonna protect all the realignments, and now it's worthless. So we should just score, I think,
Yep.
and probably space.
I lost track of the cards, buddy. I'm sorry. Liberation, Independent Reds, Puppets, and Salt. Early war.
I think I've got a pretty good handle on what's going on cards wise. So yeah, Space Grain.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we failed, so it didn't matter that they beat us in the initiative there, assuming we would have rolled the same number.
So what's still to be scored?
What's that?
What still has to be scored?
Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America.
Anywhere but Romania.
Yeah.
And so they have no mill ops, correct?
Yep. So we could
So
wait on How I Learned and see if they don't coup.
jam Angola and play Colombia. Is
You mean Algeria?
I'm sorry, yeah, Algeria. Because basically, they're probably gonna coup anyways. They're gonna coup somewhere, but I'm sorry, it's AR6. I thought it was AR7.
Yeah, what if we just put everything in, what if we just put Jam 2 into Algeria here? Because going to Colombia kind of offers them a good coup target. Better than Guatemala and Nicaragua.
I don't. Well, I only wanted to jam Algeria to prevent them from cooing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Maybe we just how I learned to Saudi Arabia and then jam next turn because like the
Yeah, that seems fine.
because like the idea is it would be nice to have one in Colombia just for presence eventually, and if we put one there, we're gonna get cooed immediately. So like bringing it with like another threat of jamming something, or we could even jam India. And is Asia gone? Asia is gone, right?
No, Asia's still around, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Jam India, but I don't know. Angola, I feel like is
Well, yeah, Algeria, because we're presenceless, seems more important.
Angola, yeah, yeah.
All right, I went Saudi Arabia. Are you watching through your phone?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I'm sort of watching on a small screen at work.
Oh, okay.
With
Well, appreciate you joining us from work.
there's their cue.
Okay.
Now I sort of like Colombia, Algeria. I mean, they could coup again, but
Colombia, Algeria. Yep, seems good.
no, all we really need is
Popping in here. Are we missing any of the power cards still in the deck?
we've only seen grain sales. The Voice of America, ABM, Junta, Brush are still all out there.
Alright, cool.
It would be nice to sort of draw one of those and be able to, because if we can drastically change either South America or Africa, we're looking really very good.
Yeah, decall would be great too with Thailand sitting at 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, decal would be probably the best card we could imagine drawing. I'm assuming they're going to fill Thailand to 3 before the turn ends, but maybe they don't have enough ops and getting control is more important in South America.
Voice. All right, I'm putting the hand in. Brush over. One small step.
So this hand is great.
So I kind of like South African unrest.
Mm-hmm. I do too. So we have essentially 3 problems now: Asia, Africa, and South America. They're all unscored. South African arrest is going to help a lot in Africa.
Are we considering giving them the coup though to repair Pakistan?
Well,
because they don't have any coups in unscored regions. If we hold off on the Africa events, like if we go purge, or brush war Thailand, for
I was
instance.
thinking, yeah, Brushwood Thailand is nice.
You like that better than Argentina?
Argentina's also really good, yeah.
Well, then we don't want to give them the coup.
Right. Well, that's interesting though. If we brush war Thailand and we succeed, then we could take the coup, because we'd at least have tied up Asia.
I like Brushwood
Well,
Thailand. I think that's. I was thinking one of the Africa events, but I like Brush War.
It gives us some flexibility. Like if we miss, then we fill Pakistan, but if we hit, then we can.
And I mean, the other thing is,
Is that worth it?
against the headline. Also, if I mean, whatever they headline, it could really help us. Like if they headline South America, that's not going to Thailand. You know.
I don't think they would headline South America in this board.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still liking, like if we brush. I don't know.
Yeah.
That just seems like a risk we're taking versus if we were to headline South African and we take the coup, we have just flipped Africa into our favor.
But then we lose out on Asia pretty hard.
Correct. But we gain Africa.
So the other option, if we play South African, we take a coup either in Africa or South America, they fill Pakistan, and they would probably, I guess they would probably fill Pakistan and then protect Thailand from brush war, because if they don't, then we could just brush war then.
Yeah. But even if we brush in Asia, right, they just, assuming they don't play China, they just take Taiwan and they still have Asia Dawn, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. The other thing is that if we brush war Thailand, they can just flip it with the China card.
If we fill Pakistan, Thailand, and
Yeah.
Right. But then that's also not even for points. Like it's not positive points. I mean, obviously it would tie it. I take it Missile Envy's still out there, so
Yeah.
that thread is out there.
Cool.
We got good events here though. Even if it was by the off chance it was taken, I don't know if you all want to risk that, but I feel like there's a solid Africa play on the table to flip it with some pretty solid events. On the off chance of purge.
that was my first instinct. We could also headline Purge, coup somewhere, and then I doubt they're going to be overprotecting Angola with their purged hand. And also Pakistan seems really expensive to a purged hand.
Yeah, that's true. I'm definitely. I think either an Africa play or purge are what I would say my two.
Well, I mean,
preferred.
Purge could be an Africa play, right? Because we headline Purge, we coup, and then we make the Africa play next turn, which should still be open.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so if we do headline Purge and they Missile Envy, we're giving brush war.
And we're going to probably lose Italy. Would we rather get? I guess that doesn't protect us.
Right. Yeah. If the threat of losing Italy, I would say probably just eating the purge is probably better.
So yeah, so I think that makes me less interested in Purge, and I think South African seems good.
Yeah, let's do that.
The other consideration is Portuguese would give us domination a little faster if we end up going for like Zaire. So should we consider Portuguese over South African?
And the downside is just you get rid of your own positive red card in the future. It kind of keeps the deck friendly, and also it helps us in the race for South Africa if we do South African unrest.
Okay,
I generally like that better, yeah.
South African.
South Africa.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what they got.
Ooh.
Oh. Helpful.
Okay.
Does this change anything as far as coup targets Africa scored?
I think it does. Yeah,
South America.
I think
Just take a purge coup.
I think we want to do Venezuela
Purge coup
because
Venezuela. Yeah.
what about
they're all-
fixing Pakistan now?
we do have to fix Pakistan.
It's true. Can we
But-
create a threat that would make them maybe not want to coup? Take Pakistan. But then they could just fill Taiwan again, and we're kind of in that same situation.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I agree. If they want Asia down, they're gonna get it.
So then purge coup of Brazil or Argentina, perhaps?
Brazil or Argentina? I mean, Venezuela's
It's the OPEC one,
juicier,
and they're all.
right?
And also, if we get them out of Venezuela, they don't have access to Colombia, and
Right.
basically, if we take any of the other ones, they're gonna have good relines on us.
Hmm.
I like Venezuela.
If
Okay, so purge coup of Venezuela then?
Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
perfect.
All right, just as a time check, they're at an hour. We're at 45.
Okay.
Oh, that's different.
We'll be back in a moment, gentlemen. I gotta go check on my son.
Alright. Fortunate. Well,
So I still think we take Pakistan here because
Yeah.
if they ever play the China card, that keeps us even in Asia.
yeah, long term, I like it.
And I mean, like we have an overprotection of Angola. Do you wanna use that, or do we want to try and bleed them for? Because we could space one and hold the other, and not have to give.
Yeah, we
it
could
to-
hold. We could hold Nixon for now and space rear guards, play everything else.
Okay. Willy Brandt then?
Yeah, we can either do.
I'll say Portuguese. We're not going to event that now. I don't know if we'd event Willie, but I don't know if he'd be.
So definitely one Pakistan, and then it's either got to be Angola or Pakistan for the other one, because either one they can flip at the moment. I don't think if they just scored Asia, I don't think they're China carding Pakistan.
Right.
Right.
I don't think Angola is necessary either, but I don't know where else to put it.
We could always do Venezuela just to get ahead of Panama Canal returned and OAS and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's do that. I do like that actually.
If we're doing that, I would say we switch probably Willie, just by the off chance they do flip Angola. Just we have something to back up. But yeah.
All right,
Point.
I'll do this. I'm going to start trying to play a little faster.
Fair.
Now we could brush war in South America.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably. I mean, Southeast Asia is unscored. I mean, but Thailand might be. I don't know if it's better long term, probably, but they could actually just flip it back with China if we do it. So
That does help us remove the Taiwan threat, though.
yeah,
Give us access to Vietnam. I don't know. Is that still on the deck? In space?
it was the factory.
Yeah, Vietnam's still around. Well, our brush odds just went down.
Alright.
So do they have any mail-ops yet?
No. But they still have access to cooing Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Yeah, now the odds of brushing in South are just as good as Thailand, but they did threaten Dom. So maybe we brush Brazil here?
Yes, I think it's either brush Brazil or go to space. I don't see anything else productive to do really with Africa scored. I mean, eventually you want to fill South Africa and get one more in Angola, but
If we brush Brazil, is it crazy to poke it first in the off chance that we win? Kind of have that extra buffer, especially since we're only left with twos and ones.
Not too much else that we can do with our ops besides overprotect Pakistan and take Israel.
Yeah, overprotect. We might get into a coup war
so we have.
for Cuba.
We might want to use one small step with space, because if we space, they space, we can one small step.
Right.
So like if we look at functional ops outside of brush war, we have Sadat, so we have 3 ops.
Yeah.
I don't know if poking is the best with 3 ops.
Right.
There, I would probably like to try brush Angola, South Africa, and then space would be my choice.
I think we should just brush now.
50-50 chance.
Big roll.
Ah. Can't win them all. We had some crazy good rolls early on in the game, so it's only fair.
Maybe even Pakistan too, just because of the long-term threat of Asia.
Yeah, I like Sadat to Pakistan in case they, since they spaced Nasser. You guys okay with Sadat to Pakistan, or do you guys want to overprotect Angola? No, we don't need to do that with Portuguese. How about Sadat to Pakistan?
I like that.
We have, I guess we still have Portuguese. I'm thinking they're obviously going to coup Nicaragua. I feel like we just need to just use Portuguese for that, yeah.
So probably next turn we space, see what happens. What we're going to use one small step for.
I prefer to space CRG in case we decide to, in case they're still holding China and we want to.
Nixon's definitely playable. I think it's playable either way. It's not great either way, but it's more playable than CRG, I think.
And then, yeah, like South Africa. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think that changes the space plan, though.
Nope.
Dang.
We could jump ahead to peak, but I don't think that is where we want to be.
No, it's usually not worth the fact that you can't space 2 ops anymore. Like,
I mean, if we could get the three VPs first guaranteed, I think it's worth it. But just like speculative, it does not seem worth it.
Is grain still out there?
no. No, all the nasty 2 ups are gone.
Well, if all that stuff's gone, I mean, I would personally event it.
I think we event it now to a peak.
Just to avoid the peak.
Well, there's that, and we can also have a chance to space next turn for the points, depending on how it goes.
Right.
All right. It's a helpful one there. So close. So Portuguese into South Africa, or one each.
One into each, probably.
Okay. Just seeing.
There's
There's no reason to go to Colombia, right?
No, because then they'll just coup it. And
Yeah.
For real.
Okay.
As of right now, we have no non-battlegrounds. So next turn, if they don't steal the coup, which they can't, because they can't, like, they don't, they can, but it'll be harder without peeking. They might have some trouble, depending. Although.
So, assuming they don't put any ops into either one, do you guys like Argentina or Brazil for a coup target next turn?
Brazil, because of the realigns on Argentina. Oh, well, now we have the scoring, actually. It's still dumb, even if they realign us out.
Just putting the hand in here.
Oh, I mean,
Allende?
Allende, and then coup.
with missile envy would be devastating, which we could avoid with Brezhnev.
By giving them shuttle?
Actually, that's pretty likely that they have missile, or junta for that matter.
Yeah, but
Less than 50% chance.
if we headline Brezhnev, we're getting 5 ops out of it.
Maybe less.
Well, maybe less. I mean, probably 5.
Assuming we event IP war. Maybe 4 if we are spacing one of these cards.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Nixon and King David, those aren't bad space cards. Especially since we're going to want to be spacing.
So if we Allende, then that opens up Argentina for a coup target, as opposed it would make it so we could coup Argentina instead of Brazil.
It does. It is. It's just. It is really bad to get missile envy here. Even if we had Allende, then they coup us, and then.
Oh, like if they flower power coup Venezuela, well, at least they wouldn't have control.
But we couldn't fix because we only have 2 ops to play. And we would get control.
Well, yeah, no adjacency. That's also bad. I would do Brezhnev, but we're short on time here, so.
Yeah, I was leaning Allende, but I would do Brezhnev after talking about it.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
So
So.
if we repair and give them the coup, that's the ops efficiency for them, and then we could coup Guatemala, or we could even event IP war for mill ops.
Why not coup Venezuela?
I would think of Venezuela.
Okay.
I think we have to coup Venezuela. Because if we did play for ops and they coup Venezuela, then we're controlled.
Okay. What do you guys want to coup with?
Probably shuttle. I mean, because flower power could theoretically be a hold because it doesn't get extra ops.
Okay.
It also still leaves us open to.
There's
Okay.
no other option. Yeah.
Back where we were.
Yeah, but they don't have a coup now.
Imagine they'll go to space.
If they don't go to space, we need to. Under Brezhnev, because we can't space either of these things.
Yeah.
I think Camp David because Nixon is only one more VP for them, but it's like it gets less ops and it gets Nixon out of the deck. So I think if we're gonna play one, it's Nixon.
Yep, I like it.
So, do we want to kind of try to wait until later in the turn and event Allende into South America to try to pick up a point?
Probably gonna need. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably try something like that.
Um,
I mean,
we're eating 11 VP right now.
in what, South America?
Southeast Asia and South America.
Oh yeah.
12. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crushing.
We could coup. Is that Uruguay?
Yep.
And try to realign Brazil. We do have more ops than them.
Gives them a coup target, but
No, it's,
I think we should probably be aggressive with what we've got. So, I mean, jamming in South America seems good.
so you think Allende first?
Is there somewhere else that you're thinking?
oh yeah, and then we could jam Argentina. Yeah, that seems good actually. I like that. I like that more than cooing Uruguay.
Yeah, and then also just they currently have no, unless they have ABM, they currently can't get mill-ops.
I don't know about jamming Argentina with them having a good reline against it, but
Oh yeah, we could jam Chile perhaps.
Chile. I don't know if we're gonna get it.
They might have Southeast Asia scoring, which could hamper their tempo.
Yeah, I think they would have scored that spacing, but you never know. Sure, they're gonna put an end to this. Okay. I mean, if we don't jam, we're just filling Israel and South Africa, right? We're jamming somewhere
I mean,
else.
if we don't jam, we could also. I guess eventing IP war is pretty dumb with Brezhnev.
Yeah, and us already having our mill ops. But if we're gonna jam, we should come out the gate with. Well, they can always respond with China, so maybe we would start with Nixon.
I think so.
All right.
Doesn't seem like there's much else we could do.
No.
Okay.
Picking Israel gives us Dom, right? Even under shuttle.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, just under shuttle.
So,
We have it normally, but under shuttle it will.
it's probably something we want to do before the end of the turn.
Doesn't look like there's gonna be a reshuffle.
Oh,
That's weird.
hey.
17 cards left in the draw pile.
This- I don't imagine 5-year plan is still out there.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
guess we have to keep jamming, right? Like, what else are we gonna do?
Okay.
Summit, Phil Israel, but again, that's not really a rush if that's not reshuffled in. Well, is that
Or do we want to do
are we
flower
thinking
power?
with the whole card?
I was thinking cold flower power. Oh, I guess that.
But if we're gonna have any hope in South America, or at least of getting the China card, we might need to forgo that value.
Yeah, we could even hold it IP War because we might want to use it. But like, the thing about getting flower power out of our hand is it makes the fact that Miss Lenvy's still out there a little more bearable in the headline.
Yeah. True.
What if we
Flower power.
What if we delay a turn though? Because they might well, if we delay a turn and they have southeast, they'll just score southeast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the only way that we'd be able to stop the scoring, I take up with this. That's fine. Is that if they just don't respond, and we
Right.
With Indo-Pac, but maybe we can squeeze out one VP.
And leave it at a point where maybe we get it later.
Right.
They could have, Quagmire, Gunman.
Blockade still around, or is it in the deck, or is it?
It's gone.
Removed. Okay.
Yeah.
They could have D-stall too, right? Not, I mean.
Here we go. Do we want to
I
just
think
do
we
Summit?
really fell first. No, I mean, just so they don't get it back, right? I mean, I'd rather have the China card than the 1 VP if they use China to get it back.
Right. Yeah. So, but do we want to use Summit because they clearly don't have a 3 to take it with? Otherwise, they would have done that already.
Oh. Yeah, let's do Summit. I like that actually.
Summit hold Indo-Pac.
Okay. Well, we could still have the opportunity to ABM Thailand next turn, because it doesn't seem like they have Southeast Asia.
That would be enormous. That would totally turn the whole game around. Because we're looking good on board here. It's just all these VPs we're about to eat.
Well, at least we got one point there.
And a point from Vietnam. Okay.
A saved VP.
And we've got a good headline. At least not a terrible one. Oh, so there is going to be a reshuffle.
There is reshuffle.
Well, maybe.
No, I think our man.
If he puts them all back.
Yeah, you're right.
We need ABM to save our booty.
Che and Latin.
So we got the 2 mail out. VP's nice.
Nope.
No
But
idea.
OPEC is helpful. D-stall is also pretty nice. So there was a reshuffle.
And they 100% have Miss Lenby now.
Oh, right. So we're giving him something regardless. I guess that might as well be open.
So their hand. I think we know their whole hand. I think it's ABM, Ask Not, Defectors, Duck, Junta, Gunman, Miss Lenvy, Quagmire, and Shuttle. Oh no! They don't have Shovel. So we know 8 of their cards.
Pretty nice.
Okay, so
None of these seems great.
No, they're not. Do they know our entire hand?
yeah, I think so.
I know we have OPEC. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that means that there's not. They have no reason not to missile envy.
And if they missile envy, they're getting "We Will Bury You," or if we headline "We Will Bury You," they're getting Warsaw. Neither. I mean, it's all bad.
Well, by headlining "We Will Bury You," they can't coup.
Yeah, it's probably our best bad choice.
Okay. Go with that.
What are you all thinking?
If we don't headline "We Will Bury You," so like headlining "We Will Bury You" saves us one op and stops them from killing.
Yeah, that seems good.
Where they're gonna coup in Africa, I guess.
Well, they're not now.
But
With ABM.
If they had it, yeah, they would. Which would be bad. Yeah, I guess. I guess "We Will Bury You."
Hey, and if they headline duck, we win. Not that they would, but the fractional upside there.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, they've got defectors. Maybe there's some big brain play. They defect it. We still get a coup, but they get something from missile. I don't know.
They also could do something super weird, like headline ABM, knowing that. Okay.
There it is.
So we give them Warsaw.
How fragile is Eastern Europe?
4-4. So John Paul definitely gonna have to self-repair.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that was in her hand.
Yeah, Israel for our next AR seems good. Like, putting 2 into Chile isn't going to make a huge difference. We can't do anything in Southeast Asia with it, but Israel gives us Dom in case they have... Well, they don't have Middle East scoring, but it's an OPEC... Oh, no, it's not an OPEC point.
But we do have Nasser, which is something. Alright, so... If they know our hand, they know we have no scoring.
Yeah.
Which just means grab open battlegrounds, right? So that would be either Israel or South Africa, I think.
Yeah. Probably Israel. Because we have Angola. If they try to fight in South Africa, we can take Botswana and stuff like that. Although we still don't have any coup targets for them. You guys okay with Israel?
I'm good.
Okay.
Wait, can we? Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Never mind.
What are we thinking about D-stall? Are we just not? Are we not going to give him a coup target again? We're not going any non-battleground.
I mean, they have ABM. It doesn't matter.
It's true.
But I think like they might ABM Angola here would be my. Get rid of some stuff.
Oh, they've got long gunmen. Venezuela also makes sense with 0 adjacency. Do you just want to get OPEC out? They did have a scoring.
Huh. I don't know.
Get rid of Central.
Yeah.
Central, lone gunman, and what was that?
Quagmire. So they have ABM, Defectors, Duck, and Junta. But yeah, so now other scorings are... There's potential for there to be other scorings. So I feel like IP War might be important because they might have gotten Asia.
I like using D-stall to go to Nigeria. know that it's only one place that we're not accessing, but it gives us Africa domination, and it stops any shenanigans of them being able to get to Nigeria before us with like rear guards. Now that they've asked not it.
Okay. Seems fine.
Like, I don't love using it this way, but there's nowhere really else that's like we're not going to reach anywhere else that's good access, you know.
Sure.
Well, if they ABM us in Venezuela, we have no adjacency, and that would be a de-stall target.
Do you guys want to take out of Romania or Panama?
Better take at least maybe one out of Panama. I was team OPEC right now.
Your team OPEC.
Leave de-stall, and see what they coup. But I do. I mean,
Let's OPEC. I mean, I think we'll probably want to de-stall like that soon, but let's OPEC. They do have ABM, and we could lose Venezuela. I forgot about that.
Okay. All right, let's hope they don't have Asia.
We have so many things to do here. Europe.
Okay. All right, well, I feel like they would have scored Asia if they had it, so no rush on that.
I think we just get southeast out of there. It's not getting any better. We have to do something. We don't know whether Africa, Middle East, or Asia is better to go after, so.
Okay.
yikes.
Well, now we can take out of Vietnam.
That's true.
Bonus.
Yeah, maybe we should take out of Panama, because I just realized as well we're giving Panama no returned.
I still think it's the same de-stall play because we don't want to allow ourselves to get realigned in South Africa, so we want Botswana either way.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Okay.
Are we thinking of a final AR Nasser play?
Seems good.
That one is good.
Okay, so then next, Indo
We have to play Indo-Paki for ops.
for ops.
No ops.
Oh, no, for Mill-Ops, yeah, for sure.
And then I don't know what we do with Panama.
And we can just repair Panama. And so we don't even need to repair it, but we could just put it in Venezuela.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. OAS is gone, but it's still worth it.
The Pope? Do we need to put it in Poland first?
We don't have to. We can hold that, right?
We can hold Pope, yeah.
Save that.
We could also save Nasser for headline. Event into Paki, play Panama into Poland, and then repair the Pope.
Yeah.
The headline in AR7, the headline's actually better, but we might draw something better.
Do we want to try to turn off Africa Dom here? We don't really have the ops to do it.
I think we just need to accept it.
Okay, so IP war here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should have cooed Tunisia, but there's no way of knowing.
It
Yep.
might have been what did we roll?
A 1. Because it really wouldn't have mattered either way. There's Junta.
Tree lines. Oh, this is brutal. Did we know that they had junta?
Yeah. Yeah, that was overlooked. Coup Colombia with PCR.
We probably want him to take it, right? Or give him PCR. I don't think
Yeah,
it matters.
Oh, okay, okay.
So from now and then, if we were doing that, it would just be repair the Pope, I guess.
yeah, just for the Pope.
And that leaves them with duck and cover. So what? Yeah, I guess we
So-
could have poked Brazil or something like that. I'm not sure what we could have done to prevent that junta line.
I mean, not a lot.
Yeah, and really, I feel like the only opportunity we had was a hand where we had really poor ops. So just Nasser. I mean, I feel like really the path to victory here is a Middle East, Africa scoring, and then whatchamacallit,
Yeah.
war games.
I guess just Nasser.
Okay.
I mean, we're not that
Is it
we're not that
is
bad.
Salt gone? Is that evented or
We've not seen
This
Salt
card.
yet, I don't believe.
so they have it?
No, we saw Salt on turn 4.
Was it evented?
No.
It was up.
Okay.
I'm a little late.
Oh, this is nice.
Like our Europe play.
Just putting the hand in.
I don't see anything better.
You know, we could go for Europe control, Marine barracks bombing, take them out of Egypt, one out of Libya, coup Libya. It'll be hard for them to get back in.
I like that.
Yeah, that does seem good. Yep. Let's do that. I mean, we won't get control because of
Well, right, yeah, it's
Be-
true. Alright, we're doing a big
I think
boy
we only
NTP
touchdown,
goof.
right?
You know? Will you roll big enough so they can't jam it? Take it.
$10, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, getting Africa's domination would have been nice too, but we're not going to get that. So,
Strange play.
well, they're trying to get a presence, right? So we can go 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, like fill them all up, and then, but does so if we use that op in
fine.
Syria,
I feel like we just, if they want to spend 3 to get
They just
presents,
flip
do
Lebanon.
it.
like it's 3 ops
Or they
either
flip
way. So
Lebanon.
that ops is sort of worthless.
Yeah.
We, I kind of like, I don't know if it's crazy giving up the coup, but with us being Purge, Reformer, Event Glasnost, maybe even Event Arab Israeli, use NORAD here just to fix Libya. And, yeah. They said,
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can event Reformer.
oh, you have to be positive, don't you? So if we're even and we event Reformer, we don't get the ops bonus, do we?
No.
Let's be positive. So we're gonna give up subs. Do we
We-
hold 5-year plan? What are we really worried about? South America? Yeah, we hold your 5-year plan. Okay, never mind.
South America, Africa, Asia, yeah. Bad things. Alright.
Okay, so now
Do you think that they have it? I feel like this is. I mean, maybe they think they're so far ahead that they can
I think we
just
put Panama in there, right?
Panama. Yeah, I feel like Arab Israeli would still potentially be invented.
But that would give them a chance to put 2 in Costa Rica and start realigning Panama.
Yeah, I mean, get to a coup war, I guess, which usually benefits is more efficient use of ops when you're purged.
I kind of like Arab Israeli here more, just to delay the amount of time they have to fill up Costa Rica.
Okay.
I mean, we could, yeah. Oh yeah, because you need one up either way. Okay. Yeah. We need to worry about Poland too. But does the reformer go to Eastern Europe or just Western?
Eastern as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like if they do score Middle East, we should consider eventing Glasnost. Oh no.
Now is our opportunity for reformer.
Do we want to go 1 France instead of the overprotect East Germany?
I feel like the only path to victory here is really is war games. I don't know if that helps us in a war games.
You think so? I mean, like next turn, if we flip Africa, the Middle East and South America cancel out. I'm sorry. Yeah, Middle East and South America cancel out.
Yeah,
Asia is only dominated if they don't use the China card, so that could be a draw.
So yeah, let's play it safe in East Germany then.
Yeah. Then let's do it. Let's do it a little safe. So are we thinking? I don't know, can we be annoying with Glasnost? Panama can now play event Glasnost. Give them something to worry about. DEFCON is at 3, and then we coup with nuclear subs in Africa. Do you think we can create enough of a threat so that they don't coup? Take those 3 VPs. Oh well, that actually.
Sorry, what was the line?
Do something with Panama. I don't know. And then Glasnost event. Do something. Hopefully that's annoying enough that they have to respond to it.
So where do
DEFCON's
you
still
get
at
that?
3.
So Glasnost gives you a 4-up card to play, correct?
Yeah, purge, right? So we'll have three ops to play, and 2 VPs.
So coup
Colombia,
Colombia, and then yeah, even if they coup back, they'll lose a point. Yeah, I like cooing Colombia. Not quite enough.
So if we jam in Asia, does that remove their? Does not remove their domination.
No, but it would threaten to turn it off if they use China.
So is that what we want to do? Because I mean, we've got 60 minutes left. I feel like we have to play kind of rapid fire. Last 2 turns.
We could also just jam France, Glasnost. That wouldn't.
Doesn't really threaten much. We can't get dom that way.
Yeah, and it makes teardown better.
Jam India, I'm fine with that. Or whatever. India's probably better.
We could jam Chile.
It's true. We could also jam Chile.
Central America's gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
We could threaten to. What's up?
What if we surrounded
Indonesia?
Right, so surround Nigeria so we can realign them out, and maybe Colombia and surround Nigeria.
I feel like they're just gonna coup that anyway. Like I would coup that, especially since the board's pretty saturated. Like force us to do it.
realign. Okay. We got to do something.
Well, I think we want to try and get that coup. I don't know if that's possible. But
I think if we jam.
Get it either way. Well, because we're gonna have to use nuclear subs.
exactly. I'm just hoping that they don't lower DEFCON before we. They could ignore whatever we're doing and just coup Nigeria anyway. But I like India better
Yeah.
personally.
Or we could just flip Lebanon and force them to try to win a coup in the Middle East.
It's true. That does give them something that they have to immediately respond to. We can solve it with one op, but I mean, hey, I think they have to. Placing is good. Yeah. No, I like that. All right, and then
We could coup Lebanon, but we could coup back in a battleground in Africa.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they can just coup. They can just coup it. I didn't even think about that. Or just coup a battleground in the Middle East. Yeah, I did not think about that.
But I mean,
We'll see what happens.
we're in a bad purge here.
So we're holding on to a 5-year plan for South America, Asia, and we'll coup Zaire with nuclear subs if they don't lower DEFCON. And if they do lower DEFCON and we don't need to respond to it, we'll poke Chile or poke India.
Oh,
Or we could
this
just
is our last AR, right?
This is 6.
Oh, I thought that was our last AR. And they did go for the coup anyway. Yeah, we got a VP out of that. So,
Okay. I think now we protect Lebanon so they don't flip it, and we place.
it doesn't
Yeah, they can just put one in Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We're purged, so we can't even poke with subs.
What if we could place next to Cuba? I don't think they're gonna coup that with their subs up, and that protects us from realignments eventually.
Okay. Nicaragua, so that if they coup it, Ortega has some more value. Yeah.
That or Colombia to get points for presence.
Yeah, Colombia seems better. Okay.
Score Middle East. Oh, that would be incredible.
That would be incredible.
Alright, we got a turbo through these next 2 turns, I think.
13 minutes.
Okay.
Good, I didn't use subs.
Well,
One small step.
salt.
Salt. Brush war.
One
We're
small
gonna need
step.
salt. Because we can't space the grain sales.
So one small step, we can get to dump, and just pray that they miss their space.
Yeah. What do we have for salt?
Oh,
Tech is big on there, right?
OPEC, yeah.
ABM.
It's gotta be OPEC if we're thinking about possible war games at some, like...
Yeah, it's a huge. OPEC is a huge amount of VPs, and you know, hey, I don't know if we want to brush it, but brush Venezuela, it's even more VPs.
Yeah.
so salt now?
Although Africa might be better. Do we want to salt now?
The other option is brush war, right?
Brush war Venezuela, coup in Africa, and then salt so that our coup's already gone.
You know, actually, coup in Africa, brush in Africa. Well, no, because we already have Dom if we hit the. Jeez. I kind of want to. I feel like we want to get the coup off, but.
I like
Yeah,
brush
so-
Venezuela, coup in Africa, and then salt mid.
All right, let's do it.
Oh yeah, and that improves OPEC. Yeah, good thinking.
So
If they, if they headline
like,
after scoring, we might want to change our brush target
of course.
or Asia scoring.
So Venezuela.
Yep.
Do it.
All right.
And then Willie's still active. We could get a VP out of that.
Yeah, this is an important coup. I would say Iron Lady.
With what? Yeah. Coup
Coup
there.
with Iron Lady. We need that 3-op.
Zaire, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get those realigns.
Ah, damn.
Oh, that's so bad. We'll get another chance after Salt.
Yeah. You guys still thinking salt for OPEC?
Yes.
I
My
am.
only other thing is Ames is still in a discard too.
Yeah, but they have China card and Gunman's.
Gunman's
card.
gone.
Okay. I was thinking about maybe snagging a scoring card.
Well, we still have 5-year plan.
Yeah. Not to mention that OPEC is worth more than any of their scorings right now.
Okay,
6 points.
10 minutes.
And that's perspective.
I think we saw for OPEC, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
More so than ABM?
I think so. This is,
Okay, so
this
it's
is
worth
6
something to
VP right now. If they have Africa, I'm gonna cry.
So what do you guys want to coup Nigeria or Zaire with?
It has to be Willie, right? I feel like one small step if we get that dump, that's huge.
Okay.
And we're spacing 5-year plan now.
Middle East.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think that's a better trade for us. We get Africa Dom. They stop control.
Is there any chance that we don't really have the ops, but maybe at some point think about filling Paraguay? No, we only really have one coup left in the game. Okay, up
Yeah, I feel like
2, down 3, down 7, even. So we're about down 5, down 6 with China card. Oh, damn.
absolutely brutal.
Can't even fix that.
No, I mean, if we do Venezuela, Libya, we have the opportunity to realign Egypt if they take it. We probably wouldn't even do that, but the option is available.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we're gonna have to give CRG.
If we space 5-year plan, we hold CRGs and brain sales.
Okay.
Hopefully we're able to dump one of them with a space dump. But that leaves us with only, if we event one small step, that leaves us with only Truman Doctrine. I think we just have to let him have that and score OPEC. Yeah. Is it better odds to space now or space later? Like to event one small step?
It's better odds to space later.
Okay.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says 1 to 4 for that next one.
Okay.
I think we event one small step, right? Save our one off play for the end.
Yeah, because that's not going to repair Saudi.
Yeah, and this gives us an opportunity for 4 VP this base. So yeah,
It is DEFCON 4. Do we want to coup Zaire with Truman?
I think that option's still available to us. Yeah.
But
We can just coup when because they in response to whatever coup they do.
okay.
All right. NORAD is going to take effect now.
Yeah.
So
Unless we get oh yeah, no, socialist governments is gone. We could get Pershing.
we have an opportunity to even out Middle East here, which is pretty disgusting. So we just can't do anything. They've got the ops.
Miss. Oh my god.
It's unreal.
Okay, well, we gotta go to space to get the points.
Okay.
One or three. 1 through 3. Ugh.
Wait, it says
Oh, wait, we only need 2 ops?
Oh, we read that. We read that. You're supposed to read the next one, not the current one. I see. We read that wrong.
I wasn't looking. Okay, well, we grain cell ship to space so well.
sorry guys.
We were all saying it.
Wait, you can't space grain.
It says 2 ops.
What? It didn't it? That has to be a bug.
3.
That had to have been a glitch. Yeah, it looked.
Okay, it did say 2 last time.
Yeah, I saw that. That was weird.
No way. Oh look, it says man in orbit is 2 ops. Or I guess maybe that's just to get there. Anyway,
Alright, fix that with Truman.
yeah, you have to Truman fix that. Alright, well, I don't. It's just a sympathetic scoring in war games.
I mean, yeah, even a successful space in war games.
Or that, yeah.
Discard grain.
Yep.
We got there.
War games.
No.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've got all of this stuff. Alright.
Liberation or Portuguese or terrorism.
Well, if we headline Che and we take out
Uruguay, we could
Uruguay
turn off.
and Uruguay, and then we could coup Argentina and have relines on Brazil. I mean, it's like a whole turn. It's not,
And they could score. They could score Middle East.
It's
Ooh. So Nicaragua and Uruguay.
yeah.
Okay, and then give them solidarity.
probably rear guards, right? I mean,
Guards,
solidarity, I can break it. Might be playable.
Okay.
Alright, and then we score everything. Here.
Score everything and lose, huh?
Yeah, great Muslim. Oh, beautiful.
Okay, so
I mean, terror is always fun. Or just scorings. Asia.
just score Asia. I mean, they might score Middle East before Asia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's fair. Well, they still have an extra battleground, so it's still done.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Actually, scoring Asia now would give give us temporary dom in the Middle East.
Okay, let's do that then. Unless you guys want to terrorism now, we might as well have a better chance of hitting a good card for them.
They could play that. The Iran or what's the one that enhances it that affects Iran? Iran. Yeah. I mean, I think we've lost. I think we should protect Poland and see. Cuba and Poland.
Well, do you just want to take? Okay. I was gonna say we could take Middle East as well. Take Middle East on by retaking.
Like this?
Yeah, but Europe's important. Whatever.
All right. Let's see. We could try poking Argentina.
We're always going to try and fade war games by playing South America last AR.
Yeah. Oh, well, now terrorism seems good in case they have Ortega. I guess because they have China card, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going there with Ortega either.
Liberation theology to try to fight back in Cuba?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, and in Mexico, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we have no ops and 2 scorings.
Yo.
So.
All right. Asia. I mean, Camp David got placement back into Israel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Score Asia?
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Gives us an extra point if they have Middle East. Comes out in the wash. So it looks like they're going 3 Cuba here.
Maybe Camp, Israel, Poland, Terror, scoring.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Poland.
Oh, Poland. Yeah, Poland.
Yeah,
I mean.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Leave a comment on whether or not you would have gone for those realigns in Chile or not. Or anything. And we'll see you next month for our game against Illinois. Terrorism now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more fun than cooing.
Whew. Yeah, it was difficult because we had so little access the whole game. That made it challenging.
Yeah, the early were looking so good because they had no roads into Africa. We were up so many VPs. They did a good job fighting back.
There it is. Well, made it out of the war games loss.
There you go. Well, does that matter? Does the turn of victory final scoring give us better standings?
Just pride.
Well, it's been a pleasure, gentlemen.
Yeah, I was glad I was able to hop on.
it was stressful with the time. I feel like I'm never used to worrying about time as an individual match, and so it was weird feeling the pressure of the clock. Not that we did anything wrong. It just new feeling. It's a tough way to play. I liked some of the different things that from talking things through, the way that I saw the game a little differently. It was neat to learn from that. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time, everyone. Take care.